What if one lawyer could rise from local courtrooms to becoming one of the most powerful legal voices in American politics? A woman who built her career on law and order, but later found herself at the center of national controversy, political battles, and global attention. Respected by supporters, questioned by critics, her journey is anything but simple. This is the story of Pam Bondi, from prosecutor to political spotlight and beyond. Pam Bondi was born in Tampa, Florida, into a family that already had connections to public service. Her father served in local government, which meant she grew up around discussions of law, leadership, and responsibility. From an early age, Bondi showed interest in justice and structure. She wasn't just focused on academics. She was drawn to the idea of authority, of making decisions that impact people's lives. After completing her education, she pursued law, a path that would define her entire career. But unlike many who enter law for corporate success, Bondi chose something different. She stepped into criminal prosecution. This meant long hours, difficult cases, and constant exposure to high-pressure situations. As a prosecutor, she handled cases that required confidence, control, and strong communication. Over time, she developed a reputation for being tough, direct, and unafraid to take charge in the courtroom. These early years didn't just build her legal skills, they built her public persona, a persona that would later play a major role in her political rise. And after years of working as a prosecutor, Pam Bondi reached a turning point. She wasn't just interested in handling cases anymore. She wanted influence. In 2010, she made a bold decision. She ran for Attorney General of Florida. At the time, she wasn't the most expected candidate, but she had something powerful on her side. Recognition, her courtroom presence, her confidence, and her ability to communicate clearly made her stand out. During her campaign, she focused heavily on law enforcement, safety, and justice. Simple messages, strong delivery, and a clear image. And it worked. Pam Bondi won the election, becoming the first female Attorney General of Florida. This wasn't just a career step. It was a major shift. Now, she wasn't just enforcing the law, she was shaping it. Her role gave her statewide authority and placed her directly into the political spotlight. From that point on, every decision mattered, every statement carried weight, and every move was being watched. As Attorney General, Pam Bondi quickly became a recognizable figure beyond Florida. Her involvement in high-profile legal and political issues pushed her into national attention. But with visibility comes scrutiny. Some of her decisions sparked debate. Critics questioned certain actions and political connections, while supporters defended her as strong and decisive. This divide only grew stronger over time. Bondi wasn't just a legal figure anymore. She became a political personality. Her appearances on national platforms increased, and she spoke on major issues, defended her positions, and remained confident under pressure. One of the biggest shifts in her public image came through her association with Donald Trump. As she became more involved in national politics, her role expanded beyond state-level leadership. She was now part of conversations that reached across the entire country. For supporters, this strengthened her influence. For critics, it raised more questions. But one thing was certain: Pam Bondi was no longer just a state official. She had become a national figure, operating in one of the most intense political environments. Pam Bondi's political presence reached a new level during some of the most high-profile moments in modern U.S. politics. She became part of the major legal and political discussions, appearing in situations that drew global attention. Her communication style played a key role: confident, direct, controlled. She knew how to present arguments clearly and how to stay composed under pressure. These qualities made her a strong figure in televised appearances and public debates. At the same time, they also made her a target for criticism. Every statement she made was analyzed. Every appearance was discussed. But Bondi remained consistent. She didn't step back from controversy. She leaned into it. This ability to stay visible, even during criticism, helped maintain her relevance in national conversations. And in modern politics, staying relevant is power. Today, Pam Bondi's career represents more than just legal success. It reflects a journey through law, politics, and public perception. She is no longer just seen as a prosecutor or attorney general, but as a figure shaped by both achievement and controversy. Supporters view her as strong, experienced, and influential, someone who stood firm in high-pressure situations. Critics, however, continue to question aspects of her decisions and political ties. And that contrast defines her legacy. Not simple, not one-sided, but complex. From local courtrooms in Florida to national political stages, Pam Bondi built a career that kept her in the spotlight. A career that shows how law and politics often overlap, and how public perception can shape a legacy just as much as actions. Because in the end, it's not just about the positions you hold, but how you navigate the attention, pressure, and judgment that come with them. One of the most interesting parts of Pam Bondi's journey is how she managed her public image. In today's world, being in politics isn't just about decisions. It's about perception. Bondi understood this well. She remained active in media appearances, commentary, and public discussions. This allowed her to stay relevant, even after leaving office. Unlike many officials who fade away, she stayed visible, and that visibility kept her influence alive. But with media presence comes constant judgment. Every appearance adds to public opinion. Some see confidence, others see controversy, and that balance continues to define her image. Looking ahead, the question isn't just about what she has done, but what comes next. Will she take on a bigger political role? Will she remain a media figure, or will her influence continue behind the scenes? One thing is certain, Pam Bondi has built a name that people recognize. And in politics, recognition is power. Whether you see her as a strong legal leader or a controversial political figure, one thing is clear. Pam Bondi's story continues to spark conversation. If you want more deep dive stories like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.